Now we're going to step things up a little bit because we're treading on very familiar turf for me. One way that you can make money, and this is making direct money with Camtasia, is by freelancing. Let me tell you a little bit about what freelancing is first, and we'll get into some specifics. This is going to be a real hands-on module right here. When you freelance, that's when you're basically for hire. Somebody can post a job, they can call on you. You're not an employee of theirs, you're basically a subcontractor. So you can go out, you can create specific products for somebody or do a specific service, and they'll pay you for that. Now, if you're a freelancer, then usually that means that you're doing this full time. You don't have to do it full time, though. You could have a regular job, and maybe you just want to do a little bit of freelancing in the evenings. But as far as Camtasia is concerned, what you would do is create videos for other people. So I'm going to be showing you several sites here in a little bit where you can go and you can see places where people have actually requested, I need this type of video created. I need this type of tutorial done. You can bid on those jobs, and if you get the job, then you'll create the video for them, they'll pay you, and you move on to the next one. What kind of things can you create with Camtasia? Well, Camtasia specializes in screen capture, capturing your desktop, just like the presentation that you're watching right now. Also, like how to use an application. Okay, let me just demonstrate something to you here. If I go ahead and I'll open up Excel. And let's shrink it down here so that you can see everything in the window. Let's say I'm an Excel guru, and I know Excel in and out, which, by the way, I do. But let's say somebody posts on one of these sites that I'm going to show you here in a little bit. I need some training. I need 2 hours of training on Microsoft Excel. And what they're going to do is you're going to create the training for them. Then they're going to market that. They're going to sell it. They're going to package it, advertise it, and they're going to sell it. Here's how it works. Everything that I'm doing, notice when I move my mouse around, that's being recorded. If I click on something, all of that gets recorded. So I might talk to somebody about the cells in Excel, and you got to lay out everything. It takes a little bit of planning, and it takes, again, really knowing the application inside and out. But for example, I'm going to switch over, and let's say I'm going to teach you right now how to use Excel. I might start with the interface. I'll explain the menu structure. I'll explain the ribbon here. I'll explain to you the concept of columns and rows. And I tell you what, I'm just going to flip right now, okay? I'm going to be instructor. Inside of Excel, you will find columns labeled A, B, C, D, and so on. This goes all the way to infinity, basically, 64,000 some different column titles. And then on the left side, we have labels for what is called rows. Rows go horizontally. Columns go vertically. Each one of the little squares that are contained inside of the columns and rows is called a cell. Each cell is referenced by its column and row intersection. So for example, when I click this cell, D is highlighted and 3 is highlighted. So that cell is referred to as D3. Okay, now I'm going to switch back to our Camtasia video thing here. So you can see how it works. I record what I'm doing. I develop some type of technique for, teaching this particular skill or application. Then the person that hired me, they'll package that and sell it to others. You can do how-to guides, tutorials, specialized video-based training and presentations. The Excel training that I just was demonstrating to you, same type of concept. And the presentation that you're watching right now, same thing. You can charge good money for this. For an hour's worth of training, for example, on Excel, you could charge anywhere from $300 to $900 for an hour of training. Now, it'll take you longer to do that than an hour. I'll just tell you that right now. You got to prepare everything. You got to do some research. You got to actually make the recording, and then you got to go back and edit it and produce the final video. So there's a little more, there's a lot of steps involved in that. Not to mention the fact that you could create training like this for yourself and market it, but that's kind of a different topic that I'll be talking to you about later on. So let's take a look at some of the websites that we can go to. You might know some of these. They're pretty popular. Elance, Rent-A-Coder, Guru, iFreelance, that's another one. And then this is a fairly new one, getacoder.com. I haven't done much with them because, like I said, they are pretty new. But just as an example, you might be saying to me, hey, is there really any money in this? Is there a demand for it? Well, let's take a look at Elance. I'll go to Find Work. And I could go right to Design and Multimedia, but I just want you to see, and I'm talking specifically about Camtasia work. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. Camtasia is so popular that you can actually use it as a keyword search term, and it's going to bring up jobs people have posted. Okay, all of these are in the Design and Multimedia category. Camtasia computer video tutorials, training wanted on Camtasia 5, video tutorial creation, tutorials needed. All of these specifically looking for Camtasia. And this is just one site. And I'll tell you, I've got a lot of experience with this. I will tell you that this is actually a relatively low number for Elance. Usually you'll find a lot more. Again, that is searching specifically for Camtasia, though. Let's go ahead and we'll check out Rent-A-Coder. This is rentacoder.com. Let's go ahead and do a search here as well. Let's go up to Search All Work. And again, I will type in Camtasia. Now, sometimes it's better to do, you got to look for both. You got to look for tutorial, look for video, look for training. But here I'm typing in Camtasia, and tons of stuff showing up. Okay, so definitely work there. Again, sometimes, let me do back here, and I'll just show you. We'll see if we'll get any different results. I'll do training and click search. Because not everybody, okay, Joomla template and setup, different things show up. Not everybody knows to type in Camtasia, but most of the time, let's go over to Guru. And let's do a search here. Most of the time, typing in Camtasia will bring up a lot of different options. And basically, you go in there, you look at the project, see if it's something that you're, you have to register on the site, but see if it's something that you're interested in. And I don't know what Guru's actually changed their interface pretty recently, so they're kind of stepping things up, I think. But see if the project is something that you're interested, if you have expertise in that particular, whatever they're asking for training on. And I think what we're looking at here, this is actually applicants, their profiles. I want to find work. So let's do Camtasia here. Maybe let's go with graphic design, presentation, multimedia. Camtasia Studio 5 training needed. This is training on how to use Camtasia. And here's a good one. Turn ebooks into e-learning courses. So you're going to take an ebook and you're going to create a presentation. You're going to maybe do audio narration, all that kind of stuff, and turn that into a training package. Again, you go in there, you think about how much work you're going to, it's going to take to do, and there'll be a little bit of a learning curve. You'll do some jobs maybe cheaper than you need to, or you should have. But as you learn and get a little bit more experience, you'll be able to charge more, and you'll be able to get the job done quicker. Let's take a look at iFreelance. What I'm trying to show you here is that there is jobs available. There's a demand for this. Nothing showing up on iFreelance for Camtasia. If I do training, we've got a few things. And actually, I'll be upfront with you. On iFreelance, most of what I find there is article writing. So it's good to check it out, but I haven't found a whole lot of work on there. Now, let's do Getacoder. Let's see if they've got anything. I want to do actually a search here. Camtasia. And again, most of the time, I'm just searching for the word Camtasia. 12 projects showing up here. Camtasia presentation. You can see the average bids here. Quite a range. Some of these are on developing a program like Camtasia. Others are on actual training videos. Like, let's click on this one just to see. And they're showing you lynda.com. By the way, if you check out lynda.com, that's a perfect example of a company that is utilizing screen capture technology like this and making a fortune off of it because they're selling training. So you develop a training title for them. Tell them, roughly how long it's gonna last. They're gonna request, 6 hours of training, for example. You create the package, and they pay you for it.